Hello everyone, my name is Logic and welcome back to Sounds of Air Love. This is going to be part 3. In the last one, we arrived at Carrie's house for tea or dinner, whatever it is, and we met her father. So, let's just go back on the previous dialogue. We brought up her mother, and she didn't like that. So, all I can do is hope that Carrie will have forgiven me whilst I step forward into the dining room to join the Airwoods in their evening meal. The dining room is spacious, the walls plastered with western decor and sports memorabilia. The table, mahogany, makes itself distinct as light reflects off its polished finish. It looks expensive, topped with various plates and cutlery, more than ready to present whatever it is on the menu today. Carrie's father had never told us what it was that we were having. Alright, okay.
We like to keep touch with our heritage. Outside, we try our best to adapt, though.
What heritage? Carrie must have caught me gazing around the room. Several photos of sports teams line the walls, possibly rugby by the looks of it. I'm sure it's a national sport. She must have had a hard time adapting to a new country, though I'm not sure how long she's been here. I'll refrain from asking. Now is the time to savor the moment with her. I can understand. Connecting with your heritage is an important thing. The only reason I go to our school is to do just that. My mother made me. Come to think of it, I've never told Carrie about me being half English.
Your heritage? You're only half Japanese, aren't you?
I don't look like a typical Japanese male by any sense, so it was only reasonable that she would conclude that. I'm half English, though I've never actually been there. Born and raised in Japan.
Interesting. Your English is pretty good.
Thank you. My English is pretty good. I mean, it should be, considering I am from England anyway. Well, my father made me learn it every day. Even though he's Japanese, I'm sure he thinks he's English, though. He only reads and publishes books in English. He even married an English woman. I'm sure he would have moved there if his company needed someone to act as a foreign representative. Thanks? Carrie giggles at my awkward response with the two of us sitting down at the table together. Whoa, that zoom in. An act I'd never have expected to be doing with her, not even a week ago. Things have gone by so fast, it's unreal.
You know, I enjoy spending time with you.
That I bet you do, Carrie, that I bet you do.
I didn't have anyone to speak to like this before. This week has been fun. Thank you.
It's no problem. Thank you. Carrie unexpectedly gives me her gratitude, stifling me slightly, as her words cause my face to go red. At least I'll assume it is. I can't really tell. Inside, I am blushing though. A blush caused by Carrie, when it's usually me who makes it blush. Still, her boldness isn't lost on me, in a social sense at least. Carrie is trying her hardest tonight to make me feel welcomed. She's probably savouring the moment herself. I'll take the initiative and thank her. My pleasure, I enjoyed it. Carrie herself blushes, though I feel as if it's more of an appreciative one, rather than of embarrassment or shyness. One with more importance to it. Alright, calm down, dude, bloody hell. Probably getting deep in thought here. Mr. Airwood, Carrie's father, walks back into the room carrying a plate in each hand, both of them topped with the same meal. Beef, diced potatoes, and a selection of vegetables, all topped with gravy. Even though neither of us asked for any. That's weird. After a long but undoubtedly enjoyable day out with Carrie, I have found myself craving a nice meal. Maybe it's just the smell, but it's certainly something I can appreciate. Yeah, I know that feeling. Like, you're so hungry and you smell food and it's not particularly what you would have preferred, or like you may not even like it, but because it just smells like food, then you just think, okay, sure, I could do with a meal. Give me the food. Give me all the food. This entire day has led me to find myself closer to Carrie, with her closer to me. She wouldn't have thanked me for being her friend otherwise. Ooh, friend zoned. I didn't even get onto that. Ooh. Nobody else has done that, though I've never had many friends myself either. Moving schools would usually worsen my situation, though I found myself meeting Carrie from doing so. There were no complaints. The three of us began on our meals, quieting down to focus on our plates. The taste matches the smell. The rich beef complements the soft potatoes as the two amalgamate on my taste buds. I couldn't care less how your meal's going, mate. Do you know what I mean? I really couldn't care. Oh, Mr. Airwood. Okay, so what voice did we give him? Like a deep one? So, I bet you're wondering how a Welsh family came to Japan then. Oh, he's Welsh, so I can kind of do Welsh, so I bet you're wondering how a Welsh family came to Japan then. I'm sorry, that was terrible, wasn't it? I won't do that again. that was terrible. I wasn't, but avoiding this dining table. Dinning table? It's meant to be dining table, it's only got one end. Sorry. But avoiding this dining table talk wouldn't make me look good to Carrie's father. Definitely not. Definitely not. I hear that getting a work permit is pretty hard, so getting permanent residence must have been quite a feat. Oh, trust me, it was. Originally I was supposed to be only here for a few years as an engineer. Though I found myself linking the place, so I decided to stay. Linking the place? Liking the place? Did he say linking or liking? Linking? I just found myself linking the place. See, it's not me. It's this game. It seems like he has a well-paying job. If he can't afford to migrate here and send Carrie to our school. He seems like a pretty nice guy, to be honest. Hopefully he thinks the same of me. To an extent, anyway. Being the guy his daughter has just dragged home, I wouldn't want him to dislike me. More so since his daughter is Carrie, making a bad impression isn't an option. Just as I am about to finish my meal, the sound of ringing chimes through the walls from another room. A phone call. Excuse me, let me take this. Mr. Airwood rises from his seat, leaving me and Carrie alone to ourselves once again. It would be a rude thing to say that I'm glad he's gone, but it's only because I get to spend extra time with Carrie. Alone, that is. Carrie remains silent next to me, much to my displeasure, fucking hell. I thought it would be easy to come up with a topic to talk about, but right now Carrie seems disinterested in my presence. A sad look coats her face, despite its beauty, if I could call it that. The fact that her expression has shifted from a once happy and content one to one of desolation is making me concerned. It's got to be something to do with the mother or something, isn't it? The cause of the cause of Carrie's dejection is soon apparent. Through the walls flow the sound of Carrie's father, a sound of anger. I try to make out some of the words. Why is it my fault? You're the one that decided to ruin everything. We have a daughter, you know. Have you ever taken her thoughts into consideration? My own mood plummets, taking in one word after another. This is the reason that Carrie's mother isn't here. The relationship between her parents has been crumbling before her, by the sounds of it. I really don't want to get myself caught up in this. I'm irresponsible, says the one that decided to get themselves shit-faced and pounded by the Rex. Okay. Well, yeah. Carrie's father's got a bit of a temper, hasn't he? The evening should not have gone in this direction. Carrie's father is probably kicking himself right now that the dinner has been disrupted. It's not very impressionable to argue with your wife in front of guests. I won't blame him for getting carried away. Feeling a tug on my arm, I can see Carrie's slender fingers grasping my sleeve as she gently pulls on it, still carrying the same sad expression, the one that hurts me. I don't want to see her like this. However, what is going on between her parents concerns me. I don't want Carrie to experience the sadness behind that face of... What? I don't want Carrie to experience the sadness behind that face of hers. Okay. Would listening for a bit really hurt? It's none of my business, but my heart is on fire. No, let's go. Let's go. I'm not standing there listening. Carrie continues to pull on my sleeve, conveying her signal to me. One of sadness and sorrow. She must want to speak to me about something. I rest my hand upon hers, and I give her a nod. After which, she stands with me, and the pair of us leave the dining room for the lounge. See, you can spell it right there. It says dining, not dinning there. You can spell it once correctly, but I don't know. Typos. Okay. Coming to a standstill, Carrie turns towards me as we both remain still in the center of the room. Nothing but a small lamp illuminates the space around us, giving Carrie's sad, melancholic face an orange tint as she looks towards me.
Please, forget about what you heard tonight.
Okay.
I didn't want to get you involved in all this.
Okay. Carrie still looks towards me with those woeful feelings deep within her eyes. Seeing her like this is really upsetting. What we've gone through over the past several days mean a lot to me. I'll do anything I can to make her happy, even if I can't resolve the issue. Carrie, I don't want to see you like this. Please, if there's anything I can do for you...
Please, just stop!
Carrie's voice is sharp, as if it is tainted with anger.
It's complicated. I didn't mean to get angry. It's just her.
The mother. Carrie resents her mother. This woman must have caused her so much stress. This process is painful for everyone, but seeing someone go through this is something I can't stand. I want to be there for her. Carrie, you're an important friend to me.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay. I'll tell you.
Okay.
You're an important friend to me too.
Okay. The music's just stopped.
Follow me.
Oh. Oh. Carrie leads me out of the lounge without giving me a clue as to where it is she is taking me. Clearly, she wants me to know more. She wants me to be there for her. Knowing that my words reached her, it makes me more than happy. Carrie, a person I have grown to enjoy the company of, is leading me higher towards the upper floor of their house. Our relationship has blossomed unexpectedly, flowering a friendship both of us cherish with nothing but pure passion. See, he keeps on saying friends and friendship, and it's just like, unlucky Carrie, getting nowhere. I mean, he is me thinking, get in there lad, but really he's thinking the opposite. I can only assume that she is leading me to her bedroom, an action which would be typically suitable for the situation. An action which would be typically suitable for the situation is for me to get flustered, overcomplicating things by assuming the most raunchy and far-off situation. Yep. She wants to talk, though. That I can tell from what we were subject to downstairs. It's obvious that she wants to address it. Carrie leads from in front, forcing me to divert my head in an act of politeness as to not look up her skirt. Wow. She can't see me anyway, so she wouldn't know if I did. Now is not the time for that, though.
This way.
Her voice is firm, as if she has found something inside of her that is pushing her forward, giving her the courage to speak. Inside, though, she must be nervous. The entire situation between her mother and father wouldn't be something she could easily talk about. I trace Carrie's footsteps with my own as we walk down the hall towards her room. Her body is rigid, filled with a composure of sorts. I can't imagine how long she must have waited for this moment. To be able to tell someone, outside of her family circle, what her life has been like. An unsettling relationship between her parents, her absence from school, and experiencing pure loneliness. All of that must have accumulated into an emotion of anger and misery, one of sadness. In a way, I'm glad I found her, though I can't be the one to solve her problems. I want to help her. We walk into a room painted in beige. Carrie goes forward and starts to undo her braids, slowly letting her silky hair fall down straight. A way I've never seen it. Something different. I prefer her with the braids, but maybe that's just because of how I'm used to seeing her. She still looks beautiful either way. That's almost a blur shot. Are we allowed panties on YouTube? I think we are. It's not showing anything, so I think we're okay. Plus, it'd be kind of stupid as well, because, like, they put it behind the text. So, if I wanted to blur that out, I kind of wouldn't be able to. So, I don't know. But, Carrie rests her glasses on her nightstand, then taking a seat on her bed. The pink, love heart embellished beddings give a girlish vibe. I still feel as if they'd suit her. Fucking hell, that zoom! She holds herself a downcast expression, the smooth skin of her hands clutching her knees tightly. It'd be a cute pose if she wasn't plagued by the sorrows of her past, no matter how recent they may be. Okay. Cool. Just a nice little camera down. Cool. Although saying that, a thin gap between her thighs is visible, leaving her underwear within view. I tried to avoid it earlier, but as Carrie starts talking, it would be rude of me to look away from her.
Thank you.
For what? It seems like a place for me to ask. Carrie must have a lot of it on her mind she must want to say, though I am confused by her gratitude. She thanks me a lot, too often maybe. This time there is surely more of an important meaning behind it.
For offering to help. It really made me happy.
Ah, isn't that what a friend should do? Ooh, see, again, friend zone.
Friends. That's right. You're important to me.
Mm-hmm. Carrie goes on letting her emotions flow out from within.
When we first met, I was nervous. It wasn't even that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why? Why I held myself back?
No, but you can surely see that you've improved. You can talk with me fairly easily now.
It's still there. On the inside. The lack of self-confidence. Even with strangers. People who don't even know me. Always get that impression.
Carrie still acts as if she hasn't improved. I wouldn't know what she's feeling on the inside, so I can't be one to judge. Maybe it's just me she's gotten better with, which would be a reasonable assumption. I'm the only person that she converses with that isn't within her family. A group of people which is probably limited to her, to just her father. It must have been painful.
It never used to be like this.
That Zoom.
Though I was always a quiet person. In the past, I never really had a good social life. There was this one girl who never really liked me. Thinking about it now still makes me feel sick and angry.
Why? Because that one girl didn't like you?
It was 2 years ago.
Or are you talking about your mum? I want to ask her why didn't she speak up for herself, though actually asking her would be rather spiteful. A lonely girl trying to study for her exams, it would have been quite a stressful time. Knowing the education system, they wouldn't have done much for her. Or didn't. I don't know if she has spoke to any teachers.
The year after, I was pulled out of school. By my father.
Mm-hmm.
He knew something was wrong. So I spent the year at home.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I was ill, didn't I?
Yeah. So that was a lie?
It was. Sorry.
Bitch, please. I mean, honestly, I can't really remember the bit where she says she was ill. And I don't think I can go that far back, but okay. She lied. Accepting her apology would be wrong. She had a pretty good reason to do so. Accepting her apology would be wrong. She had a pretty good reason to do so. That's contradicting.
After it all, I felt nervous. I couldn't socialize. I feared a reaction.
Yeah, as everyone does.
If I went through that again, I wouldn't know what to do. Then I came back and met you.
Oh. So it wasn't easy for Carrie to open up to me. It almost seems as if I forced her to with how quick it has all gone. From a different perspective, I wouldn't be standing here now if she didn't want to get along. Nobody would outright refuse any interaction. It was just hard for her, for an understandable reason. It makes me feel happy that she had found what she had been looking for.
That girl had gone, so I went back. But I was still scarred with loneliness. Everyone knew me from before, and stayed away. But you were there, and you gave me an opportunity.
Ah, so she was already in the school.
That's why I want to thank you. for becoming my friend.
Ah.
You mean a lot to me.
Carrie stands from her bed, finishing by giving me her warm-hearted regards. It's a thing which she has always done during the time we've known each other. She is usually quite polite. This, however, is something much more than that. Something special, both to her and to me. Thank you, I'm glad I could be there for you. You're an important friend to me too. I told you before, didn't I? Carrie nods and smiles, wiping the melancholic expression clean from her face. It's a wonderful sight. To know that our friendship means this much to her really makes me happy.
Thanks.
It's okay. The pair of us stand together in the centre of Carrie's bedroom, basking in the presence of each other. Basking in the ambience. Around us is silence, barring the light sounds of traffic from outside. It's a lovely atmosphere. Something which makes me feel warm inside. This is a new piece of music, isn't it? We haven't heard this one before. It's always good. I don't know what her father is doing, but he must have realised we have gone. Luckily enough, we're not in my house, and my father would be in here the moment we left this site.
So, I guess you got to see my bedroom.
I guess I did. I
want to see yours.
Oh.
Though it's probably a bit messy.
Yeah, it is. Out of nowhere, Carrie throws me a jab as she stands before me with a complacent grin. Oh yeah. She is right though, my room is a tip. If I ever did have the courage to bring Carrie anywhere near my family, particularly my father, then cleaning the room would be somewhere on the list of priorities. Well, what can I say? You should take pride in your tininess. Tininess? Did I just say tininess? You should take pride in your tidiness. Tidy. Carrie giggles at my statements, an act of familiarity, which I am glad we could achieve. Moments ago, Carrie was recalling thoughts from a time filled with a wealth of dictionary words. Sadness, depression, loneliness, these sort of words come to mind. Hopefully we can change the experiences of the past so in the future she doesn't have to look back on painful memories. If you didn't have that bookshelf, I dread to see what your room would look like.
I take pride in my books. Thank you. Though, you're right. I like to look after them, but reading them comes first.
Sure. There is quite a lot of books there though, surely she hasn't read them all. Actually, I take that back, she probably has. That vacant smile as she stares towards the bookcase proves it. In all fairness, she's not the only one with a lot of books in her room. I couldn't even count the number in mine. All they do is gather dust as my room continues to be treated like a storeroom by my father, cluttering the house with all his publications. Oh, pardon me. Was there ever a time where I actually wrote a book? Putting that thought to the side of my mind, I glance at the alarm clock beside Carrie's bed. It feels as if it's getting late. It's only 2 o'clock.
Oh, ignore the alarm. It's broken.
Oh. It seems as if we've both had issues with faulty clocks lately. Faulty clocks. Nonetheless, if it wasn't for that, I doubt I would have met her in the first place. Realizing that I am in fact wearing a watch, I raised it up to check the actual time before saying it myself. Before saying it myself, Carrie is quick to the point.
It's getting late, isn't it?
It is, it's getting late. Yeah, I should probably head back soon. I can't even imagine what my sister might get up to. Carrie smiles, though that wonderful sight quickly turns back into a frown.
I'm sorry about earlier.
It's okay, Carrie, you don't have to apologise. In reality, it is her father's duty to apologise, even though I wouldn't blame him for his actions. It seems as if Carrie's mother, who is the loose cannon, Carrie herself definitely isn't fond of her. Shall we head downstairs then?
Yes, let's.
Carrie and I make our way out of her room and down the stairs, leaving behind what was both a special yet somehow depressing moment for both of us. And her dad's gonna be like, "What the hell were you two doing upstairs?" Carrie had to recall the time she wanted to forget, but at the same time it made us closer. I now realise that she didn't even speak much about her family issues, that I can't blame her for, but it was the reason the two of us left the dining table. All I'll have to do now is wait until she's ready to speak about such things. Being able to help her is something I want to do. We walk down the hall towards the doorway, Carrie getting ready to see me off. I don't know where her father is, but I'll just have to speak to him another time. Thank you for tonight, Carrie.
I should be thanking you. I'm glad you came.
Way.
Despite...
Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Carrie smiles warmly, holding the handle of the door in her hand. Duh. I'm sure neither of us is ready to go yet, but I have to get back home nonetheless.
I'll see you on Monday.
Yes, you will. She blushes, leaving me to give her a smile in response. I don't think I'll ever get tired of seeing those rosy cheeks. Okay, Carrie, I'll see you soon. I'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, had a bit of a time. Shutting the door behind me, Carrie and I are now separated. Myself, feeling happy despite the cold of the evening. Her, well, I'm not really sure how she's feeling. In all honesty, I hope she is feeling better. Talking with her really made me feel close to her. Even something more. I take my steps out of the garden, a pretty one at that, each flower still vibrant in the evening sunlight. It's quite a beautiful sight. It is Carrie's after all. Okay, she got a nice house. The chirping of birds, the typical sounds in the morning, wake me up once again as I slowly but steadily prop myself upright and stretch my arms out. The room is still dark, given a contrast to my attitude this morning. It's strange to think that the first thing on my mind after waking up is Carrie, obviously. Although, given the situation last night, I really can't help it. Sure, my mind is a mess after Saturday. What with the roller coaster of events which have occurred, focusing on the positives seems to be the best thing to do at the moment. Carrie and I got on a lot closer because of it, despite our discussion involving nothing but her ruminating over her painful history. Ruminating? I've made up my mind. I want to help her, so I look forward to being able to see her today. It is a Monday after all. I rise from my bed, deciding now is the right time to get dressed and ready for school. Okay, so but this is the Monday now. Why is the music that creepy? I don't know. This is the Monday now, and we were at Carrie's on Saturday, he just said. Downstairs, I can hear my father boasting about his business to my mother. It reminds me of my situation, how different me and Carrie really are. Well, you should be saying that. Time passes quickly, flowing like a river, guiding me throughout my day. I finish up my business, which involves nothing but a quick shower, brushing my teeth, and getting ready for another day at school. Heading downstairs is the next thing on the list. Walking into the dining room, I am presented with the usual sight of my family enjoying breakfast. Even my sister has managed to make it down here before me, which is quite a rare sight. I take my place next to them in order to have breakfast. Listen girl, if you're gonna have toast, it's gotta be a whole meal. I prefer white bread though. It seems as if my father is arguing with my sister over what bread they like best. I myself prefer brown bread, but joining this argument would be the most idiotic thing I could ever do. Why is this part of the game? Why did you have to put in like the father and the sister were arguing about bread? Times like these usually go unnoticed. The fact that I can spend time with my family. To think that Carrie only has her father is an upsetting thought. Even more so since he's probably in work when she finishes school. She must be quite lonely. Boy, I was asking you a question! I turn to see my father's face inches away from mine, a sight which startles me. Oh, what? Thinking about Carrie must have caused me to shut off the outside world. Usually I'm not involved in these sorts of discussions, so it's rare for him to bring me into them. I said, what is better on toast, jam or honey, boy? I don't know, jam? In all honesty, I prefer butter. But again, given my own opinion would upset the situation further. See, even your brother agrees. Don't take the opinion of someone who spaces out. I thought I was bad in the mornings. The two of them resumed their argument, with me and my mother trying to ignore the presence of the two idiots at the table. And I just realised I did give multiple accents and voices for them, two characters then, for the father and the sister. And to be honest, I'm not really that bothered because it's just a game. They can have different accents if they want. Breakfast today is the same as any other for me. I wonder if Carrie is having hers right now. That's Such a weird thing to think. This guy's like starting to creep me out. Like constantly thinking about it. Mind you, we don't have any friends around here either, do we? I don't know. I take a glance at the clock, an action which sets my mind into motion once again. I'll be late for school at this rate. Is the clock still broken? If it was, then I'd definitely be too early. Not anymore, I fixed it. You have a watch anyway, why does it matter? Alright. Well, I'm off then. Yeah, just use your watch. Goodbye, son. Alright, son, hopefully you bring a girl back this time. Jesus Christ, fuck off that. Despite my father's continuous comments about girls, it is what I'm focused on today. Very true. I deliberately decided to leave earlier than usual in an attempt to beat Carrie to our meeting spot. I step outside, bidding farewell to my family with nothing more than a brisk wave. I look forward to seeing Carrie, a girl I have become familiar with. The rosiness of her cheeks, the silkiness of her braids, and that cute edge to her embarrassed smile. It's not something I thought I would find when moving schools. Okay, so I'm going to leave this video here. I'm trying to keep these episodes about like around 30 minutes each. So yeah, I think I've been recording for just over that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Yeah, in this video we managed to find out that Carrie's mum and dad obviously not got the best relationship, and Carrie's suffering because of that. We've agreed to help her. We're getting closer. She wants to see my room. My room. She wants to see my room. And yeah, so where are we now? We're going to school. So in the next video, we're gonna continue. We're gonna find out, hopefully, well, just exactly what went on. I mean, obviously, the mother went off and cheated, but there's got to be more to it than that, I think. But if there's not more about that, then there'll be more on me and Carrie. I mean, he's already started looking at her knickers, which is a bit weird. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I just realised I babble a lot. And I will see you in part 4 of Seasons of Sounds of Her Love. Bye bye.